Alright, so the rain's finally stopped. I got my board, my TeamGee. We're gonna take it out first time. Let's see what it does. Hope I don't hurt myself. I don't think so. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so safety first. Got the board, and we're gonna go out and try this thing. Wish me luck. Wish me lots of luck. Thanks. Alright, here we go.
My silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. I wanna feel the love that James Brown did when he got standing ovations on his gig. I wanna feel free like a bird in the sky when he opened his wings to fly on by to the beat of my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb.
Things, my road is not very smooth, so it actually does fairly good here on a non-smooth road, and for a person my weight, which is excellent. I got it on low mode, beginner. Alright, we're just gonna crank it into high. Oh yeah, there she goes. High can be a little, I don't know, for me at least, a little fast. The one thing to be aware of is, I don't know if you guys can see that, it's really hard to see the display, almost pointless. But what I like about the high mode is I find that the speed in the high is probably fast enough, there's at least a speed in there fast enough that, sorry about the wind, that is just a little quicker than the beginner. Supposedly. Go around a few times. Oh, it's windy. But anyway, it is definitely fast enough for one, someone to learn, and probably someone who's quite experienced. I've gotten it up just playing around here to about 25 kilometers, which is 5 kilometers short of its maximum, which is plenty fast for me. The one thing I would probably do for someone my weight though is I'm going to probably tighten up the trucks a bit, because at that speed the board's not quite as stiff as I'd like it to be. It feels a little loose, so I'd probably just tighten it up a bit, which I'll probably do. Now supposedly, if I were to double click this, I get a cruise control. Haven't quite been able to get that to work. Not too sure why. Let's see. Nope. I'll get it up. It says it has to be over, I think, a certain speed. For a guy who really hasn't been boarding for a while, I think I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. let's talk about the brakes. They're strong, without question. So what? It's hard to see this, but ready? I'm just gonna coast. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. So they're definitely aggressive, without question. Brakes are super solid, but be aware. You really want to kind of let it coast and then slowly, gradually pull that back. If not, you're getting thrown off that board. It's got some strong brakes for sure. All right, let's go in and let's do a little overview, shall we? All right, so let's talk about this board. First time on a skateboard in almost 30 years. Almost 30 years for me being on a skateboard. And it's amazing how some of it comes back. It didn't fall off. That was good. Wore my safety gear, which was excellent. I'm a big fan, I have to say. I'm a big fan. I think I'm gonna love this thing. I'm gonna ride it a lot, I think, which is good. A few things. I'm just gonna bring this up here like this. Plenty of grip, concave, good. Feet sit on it good. The one thing I found, depending on where I had my foot on the back of the board, sometimes if I was way back, I really felt like my foot could kind of teeter a lot more than maybe it should, because of the fact that this style of board slims out a lot at the back. Not a big deal, but be aware of it. Speed wise, I'm gonna do another test sometime in regards to the speed. I would say that for me, and I'm about 250 pounds, just so be aware of that. When you see a lot of skateboard videos with electronic or electric skateboards, you know, the guys testing them are light. They're not big guys. So that was a big concern for me. I was looking around for a skateboard and I was like, I just don't know how much power I need. So this is a dual motor, so both of these tires. I'm not sure what the power is. I think someone has said they're 700 watts, which is good. I'm looking at, for me in the low mode, I was getting about 12 to 13 kilometers per hour would be my guess. And when I just put it on the table, it says I should get about 18. Now I'm running on a rough road, without question, and that's gotta be a bit of a hindrance to it. Now in high, I peaked out about 25. I don't know if that was a peak, because at 25 I started to get a bit of a wobble. So like me just kind of like, whoa, whoa, I just slowed down naturally. But I hit 25, I probably could have went faster. Top speed is supposed to be 30 kilometers, which for me again, plenty fast. I have no need right now to go faster than that. Honestly, if you're a beginner on an electronic skateboard, 30 kilometers an hour, probably too fast, honestly. In a couple months, by the end of the summer, I may think very, very differently in regards to that. But to start, really good. The look of this board is crazy. This is an awesome looking board without question. Now here's the biggest thing I like about it. I like the old style. You know, it looks like an old style skateboard, which I really like. And the biggest reason is that everything in this board is hidden. There is no visible battery pack, which is fantastic. It's all physically in this board. So all in here somewhere, some kind of weird voodoo magic, it's in here. So the only thing you have is the controller that's external. So you have your charging port, which is under here, your power on and off. Just so you know, click it once, she'll light up and beep. Click it again to turn it off. No beep, so it just turns off. No audible sign for turning it off, but if you click it and you hear no beep, it's off. And just so you guys know, and I don't know the exact time, but I would say about 5 minutes of inactivity, both the controller and the skateboard just kind of power off, which is kind of nice. Did I say the board's just dead sexy? Such a nice looking board, it's so nice. No way that you would think that this is an electric skateboard unless someone told you, or you sat and looked at the bottom of the vape. Why does this have a charging port? Let's talk about the controller. So that's the controller right there. I'm gonna just turn it on. When you shade it like this, you can see it. So if you're riding in the dark, you're golden. But when it's bright out, that is almost impossible to see. So it's really hard. But if you could see it, again, if you're riding maybe a little darker, like this time of day, I can read that. If you're doing it, you have 2 battery meters at the top, one for the controller itself and one for the board. You have 2 different trip meters. One is the trip that you're taking, and one is your total kilometers or mileage, I guess kilometers, for this board since it started, which is kind of cool. As you can say, and I put like 150 kilometers on this thing. I haven't. No, I have not. It also has a few settings, again, your speed. So as you're cranking this thing up, you'll get a speed reading out here. You have 2 listings on it for if you're going forward or backwards, and then if you're in high or low. And then last but not least, you'll have your Wi-Fi connection to the board. So I'm gonna, actually before, this is kind of cool actually. So again, if you look at it, this is your go forward, brake. You have the power button. You have, this is forward and reverse. So again, that's forward, click. Now you push up, go reverse. It's always down for brake, okay? And then last but not least, ready? Oh yeah, flashlight for all that night riding. Cool, I think it's cool. Turn that back off and then click, okay? Last but not least, you'll see on the side here, there's a high-low. And you get a cool little thing so that when you're riding, super comfortable. It's kind of got like a rubbery feel, which I like. I'm gonna be honest with you, which I like. Do I love the board? Yeah, I do. Am I happy I got this board? Without question. This thing is killer. I really like it. And I've showed it to a few people already because that's what I do. They were all like, that's awesome. The fact that you can't even tell that it's an electric skateboard for one, and just the way it looks, they were all like, that's really nice. Here's one thing I'm gonna end up doing. Remember I said that at about 25 kilometers, I got a bit of a wobble? I'm gonna tighten these trucks on this. Now it came with the tool, which is great. I'm gonna tighten them and see if I can get them to be a bit stiffer. If not, I may have to go get some, what are they called? I think they're called bushings that go in. And I had a friend of mine who skates a lot say that I wanna get bones bushings. Bushings that go in that'll help tighten the board up, make it a little more solid if I want. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening. That's it. Look at me on a skateboard. Look at me not hurting myself. 2 thumbs up for that. That's awesome. And you're gonna see me riding this a lot. Later on, this week or next week, I'm gonna take this thing out when I have some time, and I'm gonna do 2 tests. 2 tests. And those tests will be distance, so how far I can get. Again, for a guy that's 250 pounds, not 150. It's a big difference. So, distance test and what kind of speed I can hit. So can I hit the advertised 30? I don't know. I hit 25, so we'll find out. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave you there. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope, you know, you find a little bit of, man, this guy's doing it. You know, he's in his 40s. He's picking up a skateboard. Why not? You know, I ride a motorcycle now because I wanted to do it. Riding a skateboard because I wanted to. Figured, you know what? We only get one go through this life. Let's have some fun with it. All right, my friends. I'm gonna leave you there. Again, like, comment, share it, and subscribe. Subscribe's it. That's it. Because I'm gonna be doing more with this. Who knows? Maybe I'll get another one sometime, or maybe somebody wants to send me one to try. Because nothing better than having your board tested by a heavier guy, right? That's a big audience, I think, that a lot of these boards don't realize. All right, my friends, I'm gonna leave you there, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good one.